What if I told you that most people who think they're prepared for emergencies are actually missing the most critical supplies that could mean the difference between comfort and catastrophe? While others are stockpiling the latest survival gadgets they saw on social media, the truly prepared are focusing on something completely different: the unglamorous basics that actually keep you alive and comfortable when everything falls apart. In the next 15 minutes, you'll discover the comprehensive preparedness blueprint that covers every essential category most people overlook, from the obvious necessities like food and water to the game-changing basics that separate true preparedness from wishful thinking. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to build genuine resilience for you and your family, no matter what uncertainty lies ahead. Welcome to Crisis Horizon, where we cut through the noise to bring you practical, actionable preparedness strategies. If you're ready to transform from hoping for the best to being prepared for anything, hit that like button and subscribe for more essential survival knowledge. Let's start with the foundation of all preparedness: food. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think preparedness means buying a bunch of freeze-dried meals and calling it done. The reality is much more strategic. Your food foundation should start with staple items that have incredible longevity and versatility. Rice, pasta, and flour aren't exciting, but they're prepper favorites for good reason. They last for years when stored properly and can be transformed into countless meals. Pair these with dried beans and lentils, and you've got complete proteins that store well in bulk and provide essential nutrients your body craves. But don't stop there. Canned foods are your secret weapon for variety and morale. Stock up on soups, complete meals, vegetables, fruits, and meats. When you're stressed and everything feels uncertain, having a comforting bowl of familiar soup can make all the difference psychologically. Here's something most preparedness guides won't tell you. Salt, sugar, and spices aren't luxuries, they're necessities. Not only do they preserve food, but they make everything more palatable. When your family is already stressed from an emergency situation, bland food becomes a morale killer that can lead to serious problems. If you're a coffee drinker, don't overlook this addiction. Stock extra cans and invest in a non-electric brewing method like a French press or percolator. Trust me, you don't want to deal with caffeine withdrawal on top of everything else during a crisis. For longer-term storage, consider food storage buckets with 25-year shelf lives. Yes, they're high in salt and limited in nutrients, so they're not ideal for daily consumption, but they can quickly expand your food reserves for true emergency situations. Now let's talk about the extras that separate amateur preparedness from professional-level planning. Vitamins and supplements become crucial as your diet changes during stressful times. Your body needs consistent nutrition, and supplements fill those gaps when fresh food isn't available. Don't forget your pets. Dogs, cats, livestock, they all need to eat too. Calculate their needs just like you do for your family members. Seeds might seem like a long-term investment that won't help in immediate emergencies, but they allow you to supplement your food supply over time and provide hope for the future. Master food preservation with canning supplies. Jars, Mylar bags, and oxygen absorbers extend the shelf life of your pantry staples significantly. Learning these skills now means you can preserve fresh food when it's available and extend your preparedness timeline. Moving to water, this is even more critical than food, yet it's where most people's preparedness plans completely fall apart. You can survive weeks without food, but only days without water. Your water strategy needs multiple layers. Portable water filters are essential for both bug-out bags and home use. They remove harmful pathogens that can kill you faster than starvation. Invest in a high-quality countertop water filtration system that removes a broad spectrum of contaminants, not just the basic stuff. Water purification tablets like MicroPure are your backup to your backup. They're reliable for treating questionable water sources when filtration isn't enough. Scout your area now for alternative water sources. Natural springs, rivers, or rainwater catchment systems could save your life. Don't wait until you need them to figure out where they are. For storage, aim for at least 2 gallons per person per day, but have backup plans if space is limited. Here's a critical detail most people miss. Keep separate containers for dirty water collection and clean water storage. Cross-contamination can poison your entire water supply.
Power outages can range from minor inconveniences to life-threatening events, depending on the season and your situation. Conventional or solar generators are significant investments, but they can power essential appliances during extended outages. The key is choosing the right size for your actual needs, not your wants. Fuel storage is crucial, and it's not just for vehicles. Stock up on propane, butane, gasoline, and firewood. These fuels power your cooking equipment, heating systems, and backup generators. Fuel diversity gives you options when one type becomes unavailable. For lighting, keep it simple but redundant. Matches, lighters, and candles provide basic illumination. Flashlights and lanterns with extra batteries give you portable, reliable light. Create a lights out kit, a toolbox with all your emergency lighting and power supplies for quick access during outages. Even if you don't have a fireplace, processed firewood can be used in various emergency stoves and heaters. Sterno and other portable fuels are perfect for cooking and heating in tight spaces. Here's a pro tip that could save your life. Never let your vehicle's gas tank drop below half. In an emergency, you might not have time or access to refuel, but that half tank could get you to safety. Medical preparedness separates the truly prepared from those just playing prepper. Build a comprehensive home medical kit that handles everything from minor cuts to serious injuries and illnesses. But don't stop there. Create smaller kits for your vehicles and bug-out bags. These compact versions should handle common emergencies until you can get to better supplies or professional help. A trauma kit is non-negotiable if you're serious about preparedness. When professional medical help is delayed or unavailable, you need supplies for serious injuries that could be life-threatening. Stock up on over-the-counter medications that disappear from store shelves during crises. Antidiarrheals, cold medicines, pain relievers, and allergy medications become incredibly valuable when supply chains break down. For prescription medications, work with your doctor now to secure extended supplies. Services like Jace Medical can help you build a reserve of critical medications legally and safely. If anyone in your family depends on refrigerated medications like insulin, plan for power outages now. Know how long medications stay effective without refrigeration and have backup cooling methods ready. Personal protective equipment isn't just about pandemics. Masks, gloves, gowns, and plastic sheeting protect you from contamination, chemical exposure, and biological hazards in many emergency scenarios. Don't forget your pet's medical needs either. They can't tell you when they're sick, and veterinary care might be unavailable during emergencies. Climate control becomes life or death during extreme weather events. For staying warm, store extra blankets and sleeping bags in easily accessible bins. Quality warm clothing like long underwear, wool socks, and durable jeans can mean the difference between comfort and hypothermia. Tarps and plastic sheeting serve double duty. They insulate windows and can reinforce your home's weatherproofing when windows break or roofing fails. For cooling during heat waves, battery-operated or manual fans provide relief when the power's out. Tarps and reflective materials create shade and can significantly reduce indoor temperatures. Security and self-defense are uncomfortable topics, but ignoring them doesn't make threats disappear. If you choose to own firearms, get proper training and handle them responsibly. But don't overlook less lethal options like pepper spray and batons that provide protection without the legal and ethical complexities of lethal force. Operational security means staying aware of your surroundings and not advertising your preparedness supplies. The gray man principle applies here. Blend in. Don't stand out as either a target or a resource that others might want to take. Home fortification doesn't require expensive security systems. Reinforce doors with longer screws, install door armor, and apply security film to windows. These simple changes significantly increase the time and noise required for forced entry. Make your home less attractive to potential threats through strategic modifications to its appearance. Overgrown landscaping, broken items visible from the street, and obvious wealth displays all paint targets on your property. Hygiene and sanitation prevent disease outbreaks that can kill more people than the original emergency. Stock toilet paper and personal hygiene products. You'll appreciate them more than you can imagine when they're unavailable. Soaps, shampoos, and toothpaste maintain personal cleanliness that prevents illness and maintains morale. Razors might not be essential for survival, but they help maintain a sense of normalcy during stressful times.
Bleach and trash bags handle cleaning and waste disposal. Proper waste management is critical to prevent disease outbreaks when regular services are disrupted. Paper plates and disposable utensils become invaluable when water for washing is scarce. They reduce water usage and eliminate the disease risk from improperly cleaned dishes. Tools and equipment fall into two categories: household tools you probably already own, and specialized survival tools. Hammers, axes, shovels, and gardening tools should be accessible and in good condition. Work gloves protect your hands during repairs and outdoor work that increases during emergencies. Screwdrivers, drill sets, and socket sets handle a wide range of repair tasks that can't wait for professional help. For survival-specific tools, multi-tools and knives are essential for repairs, food prep, and personal protection. Quality fire-starting tools like waterproof matches, ferro rods, and multiple lighters ensure you can create heat and light when you need them. Cordage and tape have countless uses. Duct tape, paracord, and twine can temporarily fix almost anything and secure loads, create shelters, and handle dozens of daily tasks.
Organization separates functional preparedness from piles of supplies you can't find when you need them. Prepare bug-out bags for each family member, even if they're not actively involved in preparedness planning. When seconds count, having pre-packed supplies ready to go saves precious time. Equip every vehicle with emergency supplies, including medical kits and roadside assistance tools. Your car might become temporary shelter, and these supplies could save your life or help others who need assistance. Financial preparedness means having emergency cash in small bills when electronic payment systems fail. Keep at least $100 in your wallet in small denominations and store additional cash securely at home for larger emergency needs. Now let's talk about time frames, because preparedness isn't a binary state. You're not either prepared or unprepared. Think in layers. Start with 1 week. Can you sustain your family for 7 days without outside help? This means food, water, power, medical needs, security, and hygiene for 7 full days. Once you can confidently answer yes, expand to 1 month. 1 month preparedness requires significantly more supplies and more sophisticated planning. Your storage needs increase, your rotation schedules become critical, and you need backup plans for your backup plans. 3 to 6 months takes you into serious preparedness territory. At this level, you're not just surviving, you're maintaining a reasonable quality of life during extended disruptions. This requires ongoing skill development, regular supply maintenance, and continual plan refinement. Don't approach this as a checklist of isolated items. A well-rounded preparedness plan covers all the basics simultaneously. You don't want to have 3 months of food but only 3 days of water. Balance is key. Once you've covered the essentials, customize your plan for your specific needs and circumstances. Advanced gear like inverter generators or solar ovens might make sense for your situation. Continue developing skills in food preservation, first aid, and self-defense. Remember, preparedness isn't a one-time project, but an ongoing process. Regularly review and update supplies, rotate food and water stocks, and stay informed about potential threats in your area. The world may be unpredictable, but your response doesn't have to be. By focusing on the basics we've covered today, food, water, power, medical supplies, security, hygiene, pools, and financial reserves, you create the foundation for true resilience. Preparedness isn't just about surviving. It's about maintaining your health, comfort, and dignity no matter what comes your way. Take time to assess your current situation, identify gaps, and methodically build your supplies and skills. Start with 1 week, expand to 1 month, and work toward longer-term resilience. Make preparedness a regular part of your routine rather than a someday project. If this video helped clarify your preparedness priorities, hit that like button and subscribe to Crisis Horizon for more practical survival strategies. What's the biggest gap in your current preparedness plan? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll address the most common issues in upcoming videos. Remember, it's the little things that make the biggest difference. Stay safe, stay prepared, and keep building your foundation for whatever the future holds.